So this morning, we got the second 14-day reset group live, and I have a massive headache. So we're gonna chip away at this workout, and hopefully by the end of this training session, I feel a hell of a lot better. Otherwise, this might be a double nap day. We'll see. Started this training session off with 5 triples on the floor press with 225, just running that linear progression upwards. This did not feel all that challenging, but it was the most I had ever done on the floor press. Slow and steady wins the race. Went into mid-cable rows, managed to clear 5 sets of 12 across with 165 pounds. Way past a halfway point on the stack. Maybe one day I'll be able to move the entire thing for multiple reps across. That'd be pretty cool. From here, went into the overhead press using the earthquake bar. Definitely wibbly, definitely wobbly, but gaining a lot more confidence with this. Interestingly enough, this was close to the same weight that kicked my butt on the bench press when using the earthquake bar initially. So it's kind of cool to see that I'm progressing past that point on a more difficult pressing range of motion. Went from here into some burnout sets with the hammer grip tricep press down. As many of you know, that's one of my favorite press down variations, using that neutral grip hand positioning. Really hammers the back of the arms, pun intended. And once I was finished with these, I finished off the workout with 2 sets of barbell curls. I didn't go to failure, just cleared 2 sets and left it. In fact, with most of this workout, I didn't really try and crush myself. The headache was a bit of a nuisance, and on headache days, just the fact that I showed up and I paid my dues is adequate for me. I have no interest in running the intensity so high that I run myself further into the ground. So as long as I made progress, as long as I push the needle ahead a little bit further, I chalk it up as a win and hope for a better training session next time I'm under the bar. First thing Thursday morning, actually it's not first thing, it's almost third thing. It's 9 a.m. For me, that's like lunchtime. I decided to spend the entire start to the morning tackling all of the musts for today. There are no tasks that absolutely have to be done. They're not time dependent for the remainder of today. I'm just going to train now, and then everything I do from here on in are obviously tasks that still need to get done at some point, but I'm a little bit ahead of the game, if you will. Got a lot of filming to finish up, considering exercise instruction videos for the online clients, so we'll be tackling that. And then I'm going to get a jump start on some other projects and develop a little more momentum with our online coaching, which we've really transitioned quite aggressively into, and it's working quite well. Now, watch me cover the camera. That was great. The other cool thing is tonight I'm going to be doing a live web chat, I guess you would call it, on the interwebs. And I'll be speaking to the clients of a local financial advisor regarding the basics of health and fitness and how to maintain your health and fitness during a lockdown situation, and not only maintain, maybe improve. So there'll be some basic information there, as well as some Q&A style segments where hopefully some of the individuals watching have some genuine concerns or inquiries that I can maybe provide them with a little bit of guidance to. So all in all, should be a pretty productive Thursday. Unfortunately, I dropped the ball on the good mornings, and I did not record my top end set, which was 237 pounds for a triple, but I did record the back off sets that were done with 213.5 for 4 sets of 3, respectively. So it's rare that I actually forget to film the top end set, but clearly my head was a little bit out of sorts this morning, training at such a different time as I'm used to. Went into 40 seconds of sled drag and push, 2 respective lengths back and forth across the turf. Legs were absolutely trashed by the end of this. The second length always crushes me. The blood flow to the legs is brutal, and it hits the moment you start pulling that second length immediately, and I never enjoy it. Then I finished off with the swing throughs, the glute ham raise swing throughs that were banded. Form looked a little bit better than last time, definitely a lot stronger all the way through, but still breaking at the hips more than I'd like, but we'll keep working on this. It'll get better. Saturday morning, and it's weighted dips today. Dips are going to be getting pretty heavy though, because we'll be rocking out with more than 2 plates. So that's pretty exciting. Then we'll crush a lot of accessory work. We got the drag skull crushers going today, and those are always brutal on the back of the arms. 2 weeks ago when I tossed them in, they destroyed my triceps. So I'm looking forward to those in a really weird, heavily caffeinated sort of way. Started off the first set of weighted dips with 4 repetitions across 317.5 pounds. Pretty cool to think that I'm doing a pressing movement that is technically loaded heavier than my bench press for a comparable rep range. And I went with 286 pounds for sets of 4 across, and weighted dips tend to have a strong carryover to all of your barbell pressing movements as well. So this is encouraging progress, just passing that cusp, and the weighted dip is becoming my strongest press in the weight room. Close grip pull downs with 150 pounds for sets of 12 across, and then transitioned into a wide grip row, got my butt kicked, was supposed to do 3 sets of 12 to 15, barely managed 8 reps on the third set, respectively. So these gave me the gears a little bit. My grip was shot after all of those close grip pull downs. Then I got into the drag skull crushers, which I mentioned I was looking forward to in a very strange, caffeinated kind of way. Definitely hammered the back of the arms. Worked with 107 pounds for sets of 10. And as you can see with the drag skull crusher, it's basically a controlled negative where you literally drag it back across over your head and over the torso before pressing it up and controlling the negative portion of the lift. Again, it'll be interesting to see how these carry over to my actual skull crusher, which many of you know is one of my favorite lifts. I really want 2 plates on each side of that easy bar for a strict set of 5 or 6 repetitions. I think that'd be pretty cool. Just an unorthodox lift that looks pretty tough when you move some big weight on it. Finished off with, I know, it's not the way to go about it, but straight bar belt squat curls. You thought curling in the squat rack was bad. I curl on the belt squat. Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself too. All in all, solid training session though for a Saturday. Definitely felt a lot better than earlier in the week. No headaches, solid pump. Sleeves look like they're going to split. We're making moves. And I managed to finish off the week strong as well with a front squat PR, 315 pounds for a triple. It feels so good to be rocking 3 plates on the front squat of all lifts for multiple repetitions across. Starting to feel kind of strong with that carryover strength. And of course, even though I hit the triple and I could cut the video here, I had to make sure I let the video roll to show off these sweet celebratory dance skills. I know it wasn't a big deal, but I had to show them off. And then 4 back off triples with 283.5 pounds, really building out that foundation of volume before transitioning into the deadlift. And again, right now, working on building out that foundation instead of going for a max set, running 2 triples with 430 pounds. Doing 2 sets in a row definitely felt challenging. First set was easy, second set, not as much. Then finished off with some light step-ups, really working on building these up so that they can become one of my primary unilateral lifts on a leg day. 75 pounds for sets of 8, nothing too challenging, felt kind of easy, is what it is. Increasing the load eventually, they'll be hard in due time. Enjoy the easy lifts while they last.